Hello, welcome to Python with MySQL Database. I'm your instructor, David Baker, and this video is brought to you by CreativeOnlineSchool.com. In the previous video, we learned about how to create and connect to a database in Python. And now going forward in this video, what we're going to be doing is actually loading some data into this database so that we are able to use its functionality. First thing that we need to make sure that we have is some actual data. So if you remember from when we were going over the concept of what a database is, we created some fake information which I have just put into text files here. These text files are just comma separated by the rows, so we have in our owners table, we have our name, and then gender and phone number. You might be asking where the ID field is. However, if you remember, the ID field was an auto-incrementing field, so we don't need to actually input it. It will automatically input that data, just the way that MySQL is set up. So now let's go ahead and get into our file. So I just created a file called loaddata.py, and what I've done in here is, for those of you that do not know, what this means is just basically when I run the file, I want everything that is underneath this if statement to happen. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually connect to my database, Creative Online School, and then I'm going to create a cursor and then call load owners and also load pets with that cursor. So what we're going to need to do is create these two functions. First thing that we need to do in load owners is actually open our data so that we can use it. So we're going to do owners.txt. We're just going to open it up as a regular file, and then for row line in owners data, and we want to split this data by the commas because it's a comma separated field. And then we just need to make the SQL query, insert into owners, name, we need to actually give it the columns that we're going to be entering, and phone, and then our values that we're going to be entering. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a format strings method. I'll explain exactly how it works once I have it all laid out for you. And finally, we will close the parentheses and stop our SQL query. And then I just use .format and I specify what I want to go in between those braces. So for me, I'm just going to index every item in the row. And what is important about a .format string format is that these single quotes around the braces tell where .format needs to insert. So that is extremely important. They need to be single quotes and not double quotes. And then we just do the cursor.execute SQL. And finally, we're just going to go ahead and on the outside, we're going to make sure that all of it is loaded in, and we just want to see it. So select star from owners and print cursor.fetch all. And I've gone ahead and created the second load pets so that y'all don't have to sit here and watch me actually go through it again. You just need to format it out. And the only thing that I've done different in this one is I've done the .format method differently, where I index each element in the row inside of the brackets, and then I just use a star row in the .format method. It's just two different variations. So then we go to after we run both of these functions, we do db.commit, which actually uploads all of our information, and then db.close. So let's go ahead and see if this works. /load data, and row is not defined. I must have misspelled it. Let's see, yes, I did dot row line instead of equals row line. So let me just do that. And there we go, we have loaded all of our data. We just printed out the owners table, and here's all of our data. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. In the next video, what we're going to be actually looking at is how to display this data in a table format in HTML using Python. Again, my name is David Baker, and this video is brought to you by creativeonlineschool.com.